Hey y'all, we just put in this Pure Plus 800 gallon per day water RO and composite filter. By composite, I mean like it has one filter which is like activated charcoal and PP filter. It's a PP filter, polypropylene, and it's heavy. It's heavy to move with one thing, with one hand. I was going to show you the back. Let me pull it up. 1 second. Okay. What can we see here? So we basically had. It's pretty easy, but we had trouble because our pipes are old. Oh wow, we have this all covered up because we got it leaky. But it wasn't any fault of the things that came with it. It was the fault of like crazy old plumbing from the 70s, done super janky, and probably redone super janky. These things are the little quick connect connectors, which are, I guess, plastic PEX or something, and they leaked at first, but it was only because you have to make sure you have to put these little blue tabs on, and you gotta jam your the PEX cables down in there past the silicone ring that's in there. You'll hear it like when you jam it in all the way. And this white part has to be pushed down all the way while you're jamming it all the way in. So make sure you jam it all the way in, and you'll feel it, you know, once it goes past the silicone ring seal in there. And then you put the blue horseshoe on, and that gets it working properly. And probably the only trickiest part that if you didn't have problems with just stupid problems that we had which weren't really related to this while setting it up, you need a 1/4-inch drill, and you have to drill into your exhaust drain pipe of your sink. I mean, you don't have to, but you know, that's the way they have it set up. And it comes with all these things, and it comes with a couple of adapters, and you couldn't really see it, but this is where the water line's coming out, and it has a valve and stuff. But it's leaking, but not because of its it's not because of the thing itself. The only thing, and let's see, and then it comes with this handy dandy thing, which is integral to the system, I think. So I'm pretty sure you have to use this spigot with it, which, you know, I'd say whatever. That wasn't what I thought when I bought it. I didn't know that, because I was going to hook it up differently. But it doesn't matter. I just hooked it up like they had intended. And it eventually worked once we fixed the bad plumbing things of adapters on adapters and copper wires and copper cable, whatever. So if you pull it forward, it goes RO mode, and it displays like it's 9 parts per million dissolved solids. It has a 0.14. I don't know. We have, especially when it rains here, the well has gotten very cloudy. So this is right here. That's water straight out of the tap. This is water just through the PP filter, and carbon polypropylene filter. And then this is water which has been run through that filter and the RO filter, which is 0.0001 microns, which I think we figured out 0.0001 microns is like, wait, no. Oh, is it like is that 1/10 billionth of an inch? I think. A micron is a millionth of an inch, I believe, and a mil is a thousandth of an inch. So in case anybody says that it's anything else, you can tell them I said that that was what it was, and then you guys can argue about it. Because I've argued, one time somebody told me a mil was a millimeter, and I was like, no, a mil is a mil. It's stupid, but a mil is 1,000th of an inch. It's definitely not a millimeter. It's quite a bit smaller than a millimeter. A millimeter is 1,000th of a meter, and a micron, I believe, is a millionth of an inch. Yeah. Anyway, so I think 0.0001 microns is a 10 billionth of an inch. And so you turn it back into just to use the PP filter, and you turn it forward, and you use the PP filter and the RO filter. Now it says 14, so whatever. What else? The only thing that I didn't like about this was the power supply. And so I ordered a new power supply, and right now this is just dangling out the cabinet because that was the only way we could do it. But here's what I don't like about it. See the input? It says 100 to 240 volts, 2.5 amps. So that's like, you know, roughly 250 watts. The output, as you can see, is 24 volts, 4 amps, 96 watts. So basically, you know, and this thing's not running like all the time. So this is kind of nitpicking, I guess. It really depends on how into energy efficiency you are. So you might want to replace this with something more efficient, because this is like 40% efficiency or something. So it's not good. I found one for $18 that I ordered, and I haven't installed it yet, but it'll be easier to install because it has the wire. The wires to this are hardwired too, so it's hard to like stick it back behind the cabinet because it won't. You can't fit the plug back there, so we just have an extension cord right now. But the one I got was like it was made for LED strip lighting and outdoor LED strip lighting, $18, and it said for the AC it was, you know, the same deal, 100 to 240 volts, 1.01 amps though, and for the output it was 24 volts and like 4.2 amps or something like that. So this uses 90 watts, it says. So, you know, anything over 90 watts and 24 volts should work. I think it has a 5.5 millimeter barrel with a 2.5 millimeter hole. And I hope that's what it is, because that's what I ordered. So it's not a really standard size, but you want to be careful. You know, it shouldn't be a standard size because it's not a standard power. You know, it's not like 12 volts and 2 amps or something normal like that. It's so that's why they did it like that. But yeah, so, but really, it's only like when you turn on the RO filter, like when you first plug it in, it'll it has like a little small internal reservoir, but when you turn it on, you can hear it, and it just starts filtering already. And it's kind of new. I haven't really seen anything like this until, you know, just very recent years. Before, it was like you would just use the pressure out of your sink, or, you know, out of your whatever, hook it up under there. I used to just hook it onto the end of a sink to run an RO filter, and you would only get like 1 part RO water for like 5 parts wastewater, which you couldn't really use for anything. You can't like water plants with it really, unless they're very salt tolerant, because, you know, it's not very useful. The wastewater is not very useful for anything. But the cool thing about this one is you get 2 parts RO water and only 1 part wastewater. So that's a lot better as far as that goes. And it's supposed to last, the RO filter is supposed to last for 24 months. And the PP filter is supposed to last for 12 months. And that's pretty standard. Yeah, and then it's only like $200. We paid $240 for this. It's $200 on their website. we got this on Amazon. Yeah, seems like a really good little thing. So, and it's not terribly fiddly to hook up. It's only fiddly if you have stupid plumbing and with lots of adapters and things that can brass fittings. Yeah, we had a brass fitting that got on there crooked, and it's like, oh, we can't even turn the water to the power to the house on, because also our volume knob, the valve for the cold water coming up to the sink, which you can't see right here, because we rewrapped that on it because it was just a tiny drippy leak, and we're gonna fix it later. But yeah, the valve wouldn't turn off all the way, so we basically had to fix it, or we wouldn't have any water. So we did yesterday, and we done good, real good, almost as good as Pure Plus did making this thing, or at least integrating it, slinging it from Alibaba. All right, thanks y'all. I hope this has been informative in some way, or entertaining, or both. Goodbye.